What is up, guys? Shaceface here, and today we're going to go ahead and start us up a brand new arena for some Hearthstone. We'll see what we get. We get Priest, Rogue, or Warlock. Rogue is actually pretty decent right now, so we'll see what we can get with this one. Tomb Lurker, not terribly bad. It is pretty bad, I think, the last arena I did. Okay. Master over Spark is pretty iffy to take. I think they might be right. Just take Shaku. I think Counterfeit Coin's just way too risky, and Venom's really good. I think we go with Sunborn. Yeah. She's always a great pick. Booty Bay Bodyguard. Basically, the reason I didn't set out a video yesterday is just because I was kind of busy. My girlfriend had a lot of work, so I was just trying to stay on the phone and help her out with that, as well as finish up some of the, or at least start and work on some of the stuff from, or some of my, how do I put this? Some of my homework that I'm going to have for next week. So that hopefully I'm not too overdone with. Cobalt Scalewane's really, really good, and he's always really, really good. But Backstab is also really, really good for that early turn there. Here's my thing. I'm not always a huge fan of Corrupted Seer, because he's really good if you can get a clear with him, and he is like a pretty decent clear at that. But honestly, a lot of times getting that 6 mana 2/3 just isn't that good. Yes, he is a Blizzard for 6 mana basically, but he's a Blizzard that doesn't freeze and does 2 damage to your side as well. Wow. This is awful. So we have Give Your Weapon Lifesteal, which is garbage, because, I mean, you're probably going to take more damage with it, and then it's 2 mana to put on as well. I guess Penguin is our best choice. I mean, it's still better than Wisp. In all ways, it's better than Wisp. The only problem with Snow Flipper, though, is because, yes, it might be good to get him super early on and be able to play him. And here's what a lot of people don't get with, like, those 0 mana 1/1s. They're like, oh, it's basically like a free 1/1 you can play. Yeah, but if you're at, like, if you're at 10 mana or so, and you end up needing... If you're at 10 mana and you really need another card to play, the last thing you're going to want is this 0 mana 1/1 that you drop. It'd be so much better to get a 1 mana 2/1 or 1 mana 1/1 with a special effect. So let's see what we get here. We get a 67. That's not crazy good. We'll move our little deck tracker over here, and we'll start her on up. I think the last one I played one off screen, off of YouTube, in between the last arena you guys saw and this arena here. And it was a Paladin. I think I went about 6-3. I just kind of did it on my off time for fun. And it sucks because I keep finding this happening. I will go and, because you saw it in the last one too, I'll go like 3-0 or 4-0. I'll play against these super easy decks, or I'll do really well. And then all of a sudden, the second I hit, like, I think on that deck I actually went like 5-0 or 6-0 until I hit like a 3 losing streak. So there's a part on almost any side to where I just start hitting all of these decks in a row and just start losing. This is actually a pretty decent curve for us. We don't have a 1 mana, but the only 1 mana that we have is, actually we have 2 different ones. So we don't get either of those. I think we're still fine. I think we are going to coin out our Tide Hunter. Here's the big thing people don't get with coins. A lot of people would just coin out to coin out, right? The big thing with a coin, and I probably shouldn't have done that, I might have wanted to do Stubborn Gastropod, but the main thing you want to do with a coin is, your coin is there for, your coin, you only want to use it if you have a another play to play that next turn. Other than that, you want to save it so you can get a big 5-drop, or just use it to play something that they don't expect. Obviously, it's not as good as going first. Going first gets... ooh, this is not good right now. Let's see here. This thing is going to deal 3 damage to one of these guys, right? So I think what we want, our best choice here, is if we hit it with this. Let's see. Okay, so it does end up killing off that. So that's not terrible. Yes, it's a gastropod, and the gastropods are really useful, but we do upgrade this to a 3-2. I think that's a little bit better than keeping a gastropod alive. Maybe I should have attacked first with that to guarantee that, but I think we'll be fine here. We can do 3 damage to this, or we can actually... we give a minion +1, but either one of them die. So we can... I think our best choice is to do this, and to just play Shaku. And we take the really easy clear there. And we keep board control, even if he drops 5 mana, 5/5, or something strong like that. I think we've got pretty good answers. Spreading Plate is pretty annoying. I know it's getting nerfed to where it's going to be 6 mana soon, but I still don't think that's that good of an answer for it. Probably should have attacked with him first. Ooh, that's not terrible. I think we get rid of 1, right? Yeah, I think we throw resources into getting rid of 1. Okay, we get him buffed up. He's probably going to get rid of Shaku with the other 2. It only makes more sense since these 2 are going to clear him off anyways. This I'm not a huge fan of. We can clear it this turn pretty easily, so we can use this to do that. And we're going to go ahead and clear it with this, because we want to keep him alive for as long as humanly possible. And we'll just end turn then. Okay, so let's buff that. Basically, we're going to use these guys as just tokens to soak up some of the Cobalt's buffs, so that we can basically get a 1/1 that's going to ultimately end up dealing, say, like 5 damage or so with us, for us. Because normally, while this would have been a big issue for us, say this 1/4, yeah, that's a better trade for him. While this 3/5 basically would have been a bigger issue for us, it's not anymore. I think we sap it too. We sap it so we can clear up whatever we have left here. I don't think he has any big trades that he can do, so I think we just go boom into face. Okay. And again, we have a lot of guys to just kind of soak up what the Cobalt's going to throw down. The only issue we have here is we're kind of weak to board clears, so if he has Primordial Drake to drop right now, that's really good. Does not look like he does, though. Oh yeah, Tar Creeper. I was trying to think of what elemental he actually dropped. So he's probably going to drop Tar Creeper again. He's going to take the 4 damage to face, and he's going to end up losing the game because of that. If he would have dropped Tar Creeper, yeah, we still would have won. Okay. So that was a pretty easy early game, just playing a little bit smarter there around what he's going to drop. And we'll see what we have next. Let's see here. They're definitely about the whole collab thing that I'm doing with a few other Hearthstone YouTubers. We're trying to look at some dates. I have one set up for I think it was Tuesday or is Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So hopefully we can get a game done then. I also have one that I'm talking to right now. I think I have to email him back and just give him some time for us to actually get together and set one up. But And as for Fallout, we are going to come back, and I know we had a comment from Don't Laugh basically saying how it would have been, or how we should do it is probably, I should probably pay more attention to what quest I'm doing and more stay focused on that quest. So this is terrible for us, and here's why. This right here is our best play, but it gets countered so well by just a hero power. Sorry for hitting my mic there. It gets just countered so well by this hero power. So he's able to clear off as a 2-1, and then we really don't have another play after that. I mean, we can develop our weapon. Don't think we even really want to attack with it. There's no reason to hit face with it, really. So I think we just kind of hold on to it, and he's just gonna do that, really. We still... Okay, Mindbreaker probably would have been a lot better last turn. We shouldn't have hit face. Shit, that was my bad. I don't know why. I guess it was just natural to kind of slam face there, but I wish I would have kept it, especially since we don't really have a way to get one back as long as this guy is up. I don't want to backstab since we do have a pretty healthy 2-mana guy here. So I think we just do that, and we haven't lost a death rattle yet, but I don't think we're going to. Before just playing this guy is going to be a lot better. I think the only one we might have is Loot Hoarder, Egg Napper. What else do we have? Nope. Midnight Drake, nope. Pretty big bodyguard. What did you get? 4, 5. That's not too bad, and we can actually just kill it straight up here, right? I think we want to keep our. I think we clear him because we want to keep our 5/3 on the board. I think in Arena, having board control is so much stronger than having hand control. We do, however, have to fear the possibility of a Flame Strike next turn. Okay, that's not that bad. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to develop this, and because, honestly, this thing is going to get cleared off anyways. Flame Strike still kills everything except this. It still doesn't really help us from the Flame Striking issue. I think what we do is this. I think we try to keep him safe. You know? Ooh, Anomalous is good and also bad. Okay, that's not too cool. Depends what we have here. If it's a Vaporize, we want to run this guy into it, right? Yeah. Is it? I thought it still gives you that. Yeah. Is it still gonna give me my card? Yeah. Okay. So we still get our card. What else could it be? Oh, does Primordial thing only let you see cards from yours? Huh. I guess we just start head cracking them down then, right? We set up a possibility to kill him. I'm guessing, so we used a spell. Okay. We used the spell, we attacked, we summoned. Okay, so I think having head crack probably would have been the best choice out of those, because they weren't really good. They were like Betrayal, which kept us help on the board, but we already had the board, really. And then the other one was, I don't even remember what the other one was. It wasn't very good. Okay, whenever a new set is released, you can use its card in both Wild and Standard. Oh snap. Got him. I'm also not playing standard mode as much. I'm more playing wild. So I might actually show you guys me climbing some of that wild ladder. The only reason I'm not playing standard is because I honestly feel like I've been playing it, and last season I reached I think it was as high as rank 5 on the ladder. But it was no fun because the way I actually reached rank 5 was I think I reached up to rank 10 playing like just some kind of more fun decks. But after I reached rank 10, it didn't matter. I was losing to Jade Druid every time, so I played my own Jade Druid and ended up getting up to 5, and it's just so boring because, first off, Jade Druid isn't that fun of a class. It's just basically ramping up these guys and you have a perfect answer to like everything. So it's just not a very fun class to play. And so what I ended up doing is just, I got to rank 5, I didn't really feel like playing another 400 games of, Shadow Bolt. I didn't really feel like playing another 400 games of, you know, ranked in Jade Druid, so I just stopped playing. But whenever you go to Wild, Jade Druid is a lot weaker. Still very strong, don't get me wrong, but accordance to everything else, it is a lot weaker, mainly because discover a spell, deal damage to your hero equal to its cost. But it is a lot weaker mainly because it's trying to play against, instead of just like 3 expansions of cards and base cards, it's trying to play against all expansions of cards. So there's a lot of stuff that was old and hella strong that's still hella strong. So let's see. This is good and bad, but good. This is a good clear. But what else can we do this turn that really saves this? I don't want to play second rate. I think we develop Gastropod. We take that super easy clear and we develop Gastropod. And I see, this is something I'm afraid of, because I go iffy on both of these. When's a good time to face and when's a good time to clear board? So I don't know if just developing second hand and then going face would have been better, because he would have had to trade in the second hand. But then again, if he had a super easy trade in the second hand, that would have made it a lot better for him. So we'll see here. This is really good for a Gastropod, because a Gastropod can clear into it and stay alive. So you're basically getting 4 damage out of it and keeping that poison on your field. So I think this one we definitely do. We do develop our 4/5. We have 2 saps. I didn't want to sap almost anything he's played because they all had Battlecry effects. That's not too good. That's sappable. Dread Infernal gets bye-bye too. Let's see. I don't really want to sap it, but I think I just kind of gotta. Sadly, he can just replay it to do an extra 1 damage to the board, but he's not going to get the 4/5 damage off. Sadly, we're kind of running out of cards to play here. Maybe we shouldn't have made the attacked into the 1/4. Just because that poisonous on the snail was just way too important. It probably would have been the better choice. So this is still a really good turn for him. I think we go with that.
Justice is mine.
Void Terror isn't that good. And I don't really want to use it either. I kind of want to use it if something's going to die anyways. So, let's see. We do have a Poison Dagger. So if he plays anything too big, we can just take the damage to face to remove it. So we'll see what he has here. I keep thinking he has that, the Abyssal, I think it's called Abyssal something, the 6/6 that deals the 1 damage, the one we ended up getting rid of. Primordial Drake's pretty good. We do get a pretty easy clear there by it. I think we Void Tear the 1/1 and just get a 4/4 really. It's nothing too crazy, but so we can right now we can do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can burst him for 10, 11. We can burst him for 11. We are definitely sapping this. This is a very good opportunity to sap. I don't know why I redeveloped my knife before I had ever attacked with it. Here's the only issue we have right now. We actually have lethal. He doesn't know we have lethal, but with Eviscerate we have lethal. Actually, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, with Eviscerate we have lethal. But if he plays the big taunt again, we do not, and we need a way to get rid of that. I don't think we have something in our deck that removes that with relative ease. I think our best bet would be something that deals some damage to it. Maybe Shadow Blade. And then we can clear it with these two, but that still only leaves us hitting for 3. That is if he ends up playing it again, because he looks like he's kind of messing around his deck here. If he 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If he does get rid of these two, we do not have any other types of straight damage to the face. Jade Shuriken. We do have Jade Shuriken. I'm surprised he isn't just replaying the taunt. Oh, he's going to try to defile. That doesn't... So he's trying to regain board control. That may or may not have been the best choice from him. The worst part about this is we go face for 2, 3. What does that give us? We know he has a huge 9-10 in his hand. Or not a 9-10, a 6-10 in his hand. Which we can't even trade Cobalt into. I don't think we win this. I don't really think we have anything big enough to drop for us to win this.
Justice is mine.
Yeah, I think we just lose. Because he drops that, and what are we going to do, right? Oh, even better. Bone Marrow out a 6-7 and have another time. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's game. I can't think of a single way for us to bring this back, but I think that basically covers it up. The biggest problem we're going to have with this deck here, we'll go ahead and do one more. The biggest problem we're going to have with this deck is the fact that unless we can burst them out semi-fast, I think we can even look it up if we open a website here, to see kind of what it's going to lay out. Yeah, it's an aggro control. So if we're unable to actually burst them down to win, then that's our issue. Like I think a big problem I had whenever I played the Mindbreaker and I attacked into his guy instead of, or I buffed him to attack into the guy instead of just playing the 4-5 and going face. I think that would have been the better play, as well as as well as keeping the Stubborn Gastropod alive and more tanky, and then should have just blown my hand. So I've got to keep up with that. We do have a lot of spells, but I want to keep up with the fact that minions on the board and their health need to be top priority over the spells in our hands. I like to play a lot based on my hand, and that's a real issue, because I want to keep a lot in my hand to make sure I can basically lay out a solution to something from my hand without them already seeing it on the board. So I like to normally play off of surprise. I think my girlfriend just got off work. That was the little thing you just heard. Give a random taunt minion in your hand, +3/+3. We have a few taunts, so this might not be super useful. Booty Bay bodyguard. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. This guy is really good. We can clear him though. I think we're going to. Because like I said, board control is just more important. So we get rid of that. We keep getting a lot of text. So we just go ahead and get that down there. And we'll see what we can't get. Oh, please no. Oh, thank God, okay. So, is this the best play? It's useless to do stolen goods. Right? Give a random taunt minion in your hands, yeah. It's useless to do that. We'll just go face here. See, normally I would have traded both those in there, but I think what we want to do is we do want to go with the control side of things here. That's terrible. I don't like that. That, however, is not terrible. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. That's one of our only taunts. So I think we do remove it that time, obviously. Because we just don't want him to be able to run that right into there for most worth. That was pretty stupid. I might have just stolen goods that. But Shadow Blade is actually a really good draw for us.
Justice is mine.
But maybe we should have played the 5. Maybe we should have just played the 5/5. The 1/2 on the board and us holding we can either do 2 or 3 damage means that I don't think he can play anything too beastly and get away with it. So let's see what he has in mind here. Also, I love this card back, and you'll see me use it almost every time. I think we keep up with the control and we play that there so that we can clear that 4/4 from becoming very big. Okay, he's gonna Gore Howl my 1/2, and he does have Gore Howl. And I don't like that he has Gore Howl because that makes clearing my Cobalts a whole lot easier. Thankfully though, we will always get our Cobalt heal off, and he will have to take that extra 5 damage from our Cobalt to clear it. He's at 8 mana, we're just hoping he doesn't have a very big taunt. I'm also getting like 80 texts from my girlfriend, because apparently 1 text is not enough to know that, hey, I'm probably doing something. So, it does play 2 taunts for us to have to go through. That won't work on that. So let's see. We're very, very close to lethal. So we go you into you, right? You into you. You into you. And I even want to say you into you. I think that was the better play. Simply because it allows us to keep our 5/5 alive, right? To use however we please next turn. Because normally he would have chose to trade that into that and then go face into our 5/5 and maybe throw up a taunt. But I think that about covers that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Right now we're 3-1 with this rogue. Not the best rogue, is 67, so it's kind of average. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like if you liked it, dislike if you think we should change some things around about the video, you just didn't enjoy the video at all. And then comment down what you think we should adjust, that things that you've liked, things that you didn't like, that we should maybe change. And also how we might be able to get our channel more out there to new viewers and hopefully grow our audience. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. See ya.